私の言葉を信じてくれるなら、あなた方は地球を救えるかもしれません。
僕たちが地球を救う?
In 2029, a large-scale ground sinkage occurred in the Mediterranean Sea. Chemical elements such as oxygen, carbon, gold, molybdenum, and cobalt disappeared from the Earth's crust suddenly. The human population was decreased by 90% in 60 years. The researchers found out that the disappeared elements were drained into a planet called Nega Earth, located in another dimension. To save the Earth, a special team called the Element Hunters is organized. All of the members are under 13 years old because young and flexible brains are needed to access Nega Earth.
그럼 나랑 놀자. 그럼 앞으로 절대 올 일 없을 거야.
After his business goes bankrupt, 30-something Kyung-min kills his wife impulsively. Hiding his anger, he seeks out his former middle school classmate Young-suk. Young-suk now works as a ghostwriter for an autobiography, but he dreams of writing his own novel. For the first time in 15 years, they meet. Kyung-min and Young-suk both hide their own current situations and begin to talk about their middle school days. At their middle school, they were classified by their wealth and grades. Kyung-min and Young-suk were at the bottom. They were called pigs. They were bullied by a ruling class called dogs. When they were called pigs, they got angry but couldn't do anything against the dogs. Then a king of pigs appears, Chul. Kyung-min and Young-suk became reliant on Chul. Now, leading Young-suk to their middle school grounds, Kyung-min discloses the shocking truth to Young-suk of what happened 15 years ago.
ここは後発隊に任せて、俺たちは次の任務地に移動する。次の任務ってどこだよ？日本だ。
The nobles, Caris et Rama di Reizel, also known as Rai, is enrolled in Yeran High School by his servant Frankenstein to stay hidden from the sights of the Union, a mysterious organization out for Rai's blood. Rai commences his life as a student, making himself familiar with his classmates and the daily activities of humans. However, his new life is far from peaceful, and Rai is soon forced to save his new friends from the hands of the Union that had abducted them. Meanwhile, M21, a Union agent gone rogue during Rai's rescue operation, joins the Yeran High School security staff after a proposition by the school's director, who happens to be none other than Frankenstein himself. On the surface, M21 is a prim and proper employee, but in truth, he is shackled by his former ties to the Union and the inevitable consequences of betraying the organization. To further complicate matters, nobles Regis K. Loyard enroll in the same school to investigate the nobles, while the Union conducts a manhunt for M21 to extract clues regarding their missing agents. Rai is forced to keep his identity hidden while protecting all that he holds dear. Set in 2142, Wonderful Days depicts a world that has been nearly destroyed by environmental pollution. Human life as we know is almost extinct, and only a few were able to pull through the collapse of Earth's ecosystem. In order to deal with the chaos, a city named Ecoban was created. The city uses the very pollution that caused the disaster as an energy source. However, although the initial plan was successful to an extent, it didn't just create a new source of energy, but also an elite group of people. This prestigious faction believes that they are above the system and are not willing to accept survivors from outside the city unless they are put to work as laborers. Among the people living in the wasteland outside Ecoban is a young man named Shua. He leads a very difficult life but tries to make the most of it through the love that he feels for his childhood friend Jay. Unfortunately, Jay may be more interested in her security commander Kate than in Shua, and thus a love triangle is formed. Not only does Shua have to deal with a heartbreak, but he must also find a new way to survive in the crumbles left from the once beautiful planet Earth.
저거 찢어질 것 같은데.
When Ha-eun takes shelter from a sudden downpour, she runs into someone she recognizes as her classmate. She greets him but is met by a cold shoulder. His curt replies shutting down her other attempts at conversing with him. When the awning above Ha-eun tears apart, she takes cover under the boy's umbrella and accidentally hugs him. Abashed and still annoyed, Ha-eun apologizes as the boy boards his bus. As luck may have it, the two meet again when Ha-eun's university friend Yao-rum invites both of them for dinner. The classmate is introduced as Yeon-woo and turns out to be Yao-rum's childhood friend. After several drinks, another friend of Yao-rum escorts him back home, leaving Ha-eun and Yeon-woo alone. The two share an intimate moment devoid of words. Will this be the first of many? The God of High School tournament has begun, seeking out the greatest fighter among Korean high school students. All martial arts styles, weapons, means and methods of attaining victory are permitted. The prize? One wish for anything desired by the winner. Taekwondo expert Jin Mori is invited to participate in the competition. There he befriends karate specialist Han Dae-wi and swordswoman Yu Mi-ra, who both have entered for their own personal reasons. Mori knows that no opponent will be the same and that the matches will be the most ruthless he has ever fought in his life. But instead of being worried, this prospect excites him beyond belief. A secret lies beneath the facade of a transparent test of combat prowess the tournament claims to be. One that has Korean political candidate Park Moo-jin watching every fight with expectant, hungry eyes. Mori, Dae-wi and Mira are about to discover what it really means to become the god of high school. Yobi, the five-tailed fox, revolves around a kumiho, a nine-tailed fox that can assume different forms, including human. Kumiho are familiar figures in Korean folk tales, and they are usually depicted as magical creatures that take female form to lure and prey on humans. This time, however, our protagonist is a young, kind-hearted fox with only 5 tails instead of 9. After losing her family to fox hunters, Five-Tails Yobi lives in the forest with some shipwrecker aliens far away from the humans. When one of her alien friends gets captured by a villager, Yobi has no choice but to adventure into the human world to rescue him. At the village, Yobi meets many humans, including Gum-yi, who studies at school for maladjusted children. Interested in Gum-yi, Yobi joins the students and revels in the fun of a human life, while both a fox hunter and a mysterious shadow man are on her tail.
Always go for the gut when you strike first. That'll knock them right out. This is nothing for a pro like me.
Violence, name-calling, and humiliation are a daily reality for a high school student Park Hyung-suk. Chubby and insecure, he is often used as a plaything and a punching bag for bullies, which leads him to wish he could just disappear. Unexpectedly, when he transfers schools in the hopes of starting anew, a miraculous opportunity emerges. He awakens in a tall, handsome, and a strangely athletic body. Hyung-suk quickly realizes that he is now the owner of 2 desperate bodies. When one falls asleep, he wakes up in the other. Feeling like he has won the lottery of life, Hyung-suk enters his new school as this attractive and strong young man. However, it soon becomes evident that being a popular student is not all smooth sailing. From girls wanting him only for his good looks to delinquents picking fights out of jealousy, he can never seem to escape trouble. In trying to balance his 2 different lives, Hyung-suk may find both of them to be sources of ceaseless challenges.
あなたが何を望もうともそれはここにあるようこそ神の塔へ
There is a tower that summons chosen people called regulars with the promise of granting their deepest desires. Whether it be wealth, fame, authority, or something that surpasses them all, everything awaits those who reach the top. 25th Bam is a boy who had only known a dark cave, a dirty cloth, and an unreachable light his entire life. So when a girl named Rachel came to him through the light, his entire world changed. Becoming close friends with Rachel, he learned various things about the outside world from her. But when Rachel says she must leave him to climb the tower, his world shatters around him. Vowing to follow her no matter what it takes, he sets his sight on the tower and a miracle occurs. Thus begins the journey of Bam, a young boy who was not chosen by the tower but opened its gates by himself. They call his kind irregulars, beings that have shaken the very foundation of the tower each time they set foot inside it.
生きった生きるごときに何ができるってんだ？人類最弱兵器さ。
10 years ago, the gate appeared and connected the real world with a realm of magic and monsters. To combat these vile beasts, ordinary people received superhuman powers and became known as hunters. 20-year-old Sung Jin-woo is one such hunter, but he is known as the world's weakest, with his pathetic power compared to a measly E rank. Still, he hunts monsters tirelessly in low-rank gates to pay for his mother's medical bills. However, this miserable life changes when a Jin-woo, believing himself to be the only one left to die in a mission gone terribly wrong, awakens in a hospital 3 days later to find a mysterious screen floating in front of him. This quest log demands that Jin-woo completes an unrealistic and intense training program or face an appropriate penalty. Initially reluctant to comply because of the quest's rigor, Jin-woo soon finds that it may just transform him into one of the world's most fearsome hunters. Thank you for watching my video about a top 10 Korean anime you can watch right now. I expect we're going to see many more amazing Korean anime given the popularity of Solo Leveling and Tower of God. What do you think? Let me know in the comments, make sure to smash like, subscribe for more anime videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.